from Beautiful Guitars. Today we've got the pleasure of having Brandon from Marshall Music, Woodmead, Johannesburg, and we'll be comparing PRS Silver Sky Core model against Fender Vintage Stratocaster.
How's it, guys? It's nice to be here. Thank you, Thomas. Thanks for inviting me. That is correct. We're comparing a beautiful Core PRS John Mayer Silver Sky to a custom shop Fender Strat, a 59 custom shop Fender Strat, which is quite an animal as well. On my intro there, I just kind of played through the different pickups and what they sound like, with a bit of a bluesy kind of lead going there. What I can definitely tell, I'm going to tell you a bit about the specs between the two guitars, and then we're also going to be playing the other one, and you guys can decide which one sounds best. So, well, on this particular one, we've got something that's quite unique. John Mayer actually really wanted a guitar spec'd according to what he really wanted out of a guitar. And that's kind of why he moved from Fender to PRS, because he could literally sit down with the owner himself, Paul Reed Smith, and they could literally just like design a guitar to the spec that he actually wanted, which is absolutely fantastic. So it has a really cool signature John Mayer neck, his own signature pickups that were developed with PRS and John Mayer to get that perfect balance of tone between all three pickups. Like, the pickups are really well balanced. Like, you won't find one being louder than the other. I mean, they really sound great all together. On this particular model, on the PRS US Silver Sky, you've got a 7.25 fretboard radius, which is kind of vintage Fender spec. On your newer Fender custom shops or the reissues, they tend to use a 9.5 inch radius, because most people do prefer that 9.5 inch radius in a Strat style guitar. You still have same scaling, 25.5, which is also quite unusual for PRS. They normally sit at a 25 inch scale length. So this one is pretty much Strat style scale length as well. Quite a chunky neck on this guy, very vintage 60s Fender kind of vibe. This guitar really looks like a Strat, but it really is something else on its own. If you actually hold the guitar and you feel it, it really is something special. You don't really think Fender or Strat when you're holding this guitar. It really is a very unique PRS on its own. I'm going to grab the Fender and then give that a bit of a jam, and then run through those specs, and then I'm just going to kind of give you my own opinion, and Tom has also raised some of his own opinions between the sounds of the two guitars and kind of like how they feel like and what I think of them personally. Alright, so let's switch over to the Fender. Something else. It really is something else. In my hands here, I've got a 1959 custom shop heavy relict Fender in candy apple red. It's quite a nice guitar. I must say it's got a bit of a skinnier neck than the John Mayer, although all these models do differ. They kind of like based on the era that they come out of. This particular one is actually it's a 1959, but it's the transition period between the 1960s and the 50s Fender Strats. In the 60s they started using rosewood on the fretboards, and prior they actually used all maple. But this was still produced in 1959. Leo Fender was known for a guy that he really wanted to use up all these materials. So that year, by July, they actually started transitioning over to the full spec of the 60s Fender Strat and whatnot. Yeah. So my personal opinion between these two guitars are completely different guitars. On your Silver Sky, you've got a very well balanced, clean pickup. It's very clean. It's got a very low output. Same as with this guy. The output on the Silver Sky is very similar to what you find on your custom shop Fender here as well. But I do feel that the pickups on the John Mayer Silver Sky is cleaner. It's got a bit more of a balanced tone between the pickups. You can switch between them smoothly without having a big change in tone. Where the Fender's kind of more vintage, it's more raw, it's got a bit more bite to the sound, especially on those bluesy kind of licks. It really is a bit more of a raw tone. They are completely different guitars, they feel completely different, and this gives a bit more of a Strat vibe. That really, I can really see where John Mayer gets his sound from, playing one of those. It really is quite a unique guitar on its own. What are anything you want to say, Thomas?
No, I agree that the Silver Sky gives a very well balanced guitar tone, which is quite incredible. Whereas the Fender Relicted custom shop just out there, so they sound completely different. Our amp settings are pretty much the same. We're running through a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe 4. EQ's flat, presence at 50%. A bit of reverb and a bit of drive, and that's about it. You can probably hear a bit more drive from the Fender pickups, where the Silver Sky has it's much cleaner in terms of output. But yeah, that's let us know in the comment section what you guys think between the two guitars, in terms of look and sound, and what you guys prefer, what you guys don't like about them. We would like to hear your opinions. These two guitars are really cool. They're two completely different animals on their own, and yeah, we'd like to hear what you guys have to say. If you guys have custom shop Strats and Silver Skies, we'd like to hear your opinions as well. If you're a custom shop owner or even a Fender owner, give your opinion. If you own a Silver Sky, give us your opinion. We'd really like to hear what you guys have to say. Thank you, Thomas. Thanks for having me on the show. Okay, thank you very much.
Cheers, guys.
Don't forget to like and comment on this video. Cheers. Don't forget, we are on our 4th guitar giveaway, which is this beautiful Caraya semi-hollow guitar. For you to qualify for the guitar giveaway, you have to subscribe to Beautiful Guitars channel, like and comment on all our videos before we announce the winner on the 30th of September 2022, which is this coming Friday. Cheers.
Okay, there we go. It only picked up.